Hello and welcome to the 2022 Lone Star Conference Basketball Media Days. This is Jocelyn Pomplin for the Lone Star Conference. Thank you for joining us today. We're here with UAFS head women's basketball coach Ryan McAdams, as well as players Aaliyah Prince and Riley Hayes. Coach, what are some of the differences as you enter year two with the program compared to your first season last year?
Well, my feet are on the ground. That's definitely the main difference that feels really good. I can see things that are coming a lot sooner than I did last year, where I just felt like, each day was a different day and everything was so new. It's nice to have another opportunity to go through a preseason and kind of have more comfort with what's coming. Also, having had a year under my belt in the Lone Star Conference and knowing what's ahead of us and what kind of competition we're playing and kind of having an understanding of what that is, that's really kind of driven a lot of my day-to-day, decision making in year two. So it's been really good just to kind of, like I say, get my feet on the ground and be able to move forward with an understanding of what's to come.
And now kind of building off that, the year two thing, Riley, you're a freshman last year. What's it like for you now going into year two in the program?
I would say the biggest thing for me is my confidence level going from year one to year two. Coming in as a freshman, it's always a little scary, but I definitely feel more confident this year, so I'm just excited to see how that looks on the court.
And now, Aaliyah, you played for Coach McAdams before. What's it like to be playing for him again?
It's really exciting, pretty different since him being the head coach, but all around I feel like he's one of the best coaches I've had, so I take advantage of the opportunities he's given me. And
now, along with Aaliyah, who's a transfer, 9 new players this year, what are some things you are doing to build team chemistry?
Yeah, a lot. It's something that needs to be intentionally addressed all the time. 8 transfers, a lot of college basketball experience in this class, so a lot of different team experiences that they've gone through already and seasons. So we lean on that a lot, just some of their experiences already, and kind of allow them to acclimate to each other and hang out with each other on their own. But yeah, it's definitely something that we as a staff talk about and intentionally address every day, because it's a small window, right? We didn't have them on campus this summer, so bringing them in August and playing our first official game on the 11th of November is not a huge window of time. So 5 returners are nice to have, and that kind of core group to come back who already knew each other. But other than Aaliyah and Dee Eccles, who played together at a previous stop, everybody else is new to everybody. So it's been great just to kind of watch that kind of organically come together and watch them spend time together and get to know each other. And it looks good right now in the current phase of our season, and we hope that it reaps benefits in the competitive part of the season as well.
And kind of going backwards a little bit, we asked Aaliyah what it was like to play for you again, and then you mentioned Dee. What's it like to be able to coach those two again?
Well, the role's different, like she mentioned, and that just kind of creates a different dynamic with us in regards to our day-to-day process together. Having the two of them in my life again a year later is something that is very special. It's a great opportunity for us to reconnect. And then also what I've really tried to work with them on is taking full advantage of this opportunity, being back on a college campus for one last year and having the opportunity to play more college basketball and also put themselves in position to, after this season and after the school year comes to an end, what they're doing with the next step of their lives. So just having them back in my day-to-day process has just been, there are some times where I can see similarities to what they were like before at our last stop together, but there are also some things that they've both grown over the last year, I think, also as I have. And so, we're kind of into this new opportunity and exciting venture together, which is great. I'm interested to see how it plays out, but it's been great to have them both back in the program.
All right, and back to Aaliyah and Riley. What are some things you worked on in the offseason to get better?
I worked on my shot around the perimeter, trying to extend my range a little bit. I worked on some eating habits. Try not to eat like anything like I usually do, but
Definitely shots, ball handling, athleticism overall, just anything that can make me a better all-around player.
And kind of going off that, Coach, who are some players that you've seen step up in practice for you this year?
Whew. It's been an interesting fall. We've had a lot of folks in and out of the lineup over the course of the fall. So with health comes confidence. With confidence comes performance, right? And so with each week, we've had different lineups on the floor, had different groups in the gym practicing. So it's really been a collection of or I guess I should say a by committee kind of deal. There's talent in the gym. It's just how it kind of blends together, how it comes together, and the chemistry develops. I really can't narrow it down to one or two individuals. Lee's had a good fall so far. You can just see different excitement levels. We've had a number of players who transferred in this year that, are having an opportunity to give it another shot, right, and play in a different program and in a different environment. And so with that comes some excitement, some optimism. So as a whole, I think as a group, we're really taking steps forward depending on, like I say, our health and week to week is how fast we move forward. But we're, for the most part, coming together. I think we're just different. We're different than we were a year ago. And it's not that it's better, it's just a different look, a different feel. And so that, like I say, provides a lot of excitement for them as individuals as far as roles go, prospective roles and contribution levels, and then for us as a staff as to how the kids are coming together.
And this is for all of you. Talk about the grind of playing 22 conference games this season, especially in one of the toughest leagues in all Division II.
Well, I'll start because I don't know that they really know the difference between that and the other. First of all, from the coaching perspective, it eliminates so much non-conference scheduling, which can be difficult. It kind of whittles it down to 4 games that we really have to schedule non-conference, which is really nice for us to really have just that kind of taken out of our hands. The flip side of that is that we have to play home and home to everybody on our side of the league, the east side, which has some really good teams in it. And then obviously we play each of the west side one time, half on the road, half at home. So 22 conference games, I think, for me as a coach, it's how to influence the group to help them recognize that the first conference game or the first few conference games that we have in November count just as much as the conference games we have at the end of February. They all count toward our conference standings and our postseason rankings and those sorts of things. And so finding a way to develop that, not necessarily urgency or stress level, but just focus that early in the year, and not really having much of a developmental part of the year during games that count, is something that we're going to have to navigate. However, one true freshman and 13 players on our team that have played college basketball before. Again, we just don't have a whole lot of naive kids that just don't know enough about it. They've played in leagues, they've played at different levels, and so it's very promising that we have a group that I think will be able to handle that. But I am curious to know what their personal beliefs are on that.
I think, like Coach said, just making sure we take advantage of each game and just really making sure we focus on the beginning games just as much as the end games, and just taking it one game at a time. We can't look at the end of the season in January. We have to just take one game at a time.
I would say taking it one game at a time and not looking too far ahead. Every day in practice is a day to get better, so we just got to take it one day at a time.
Now, you open the regular season at Westminster. You play teams twice throughout the course of the regular season. What are some challenges in playing that same team on back-to-back nights?
What do y'all think?
I think one of the biggest things is they're going to learn our stuff, how we play, even key players. So if someone has a really good game Friday, then they're probably going to look to shut that person down Saturday. So I think the biggest thing is just making sure everyone steps up and just executing whatever game plan the coaches give us.
And now, once again, you're opening the season with an exhibition at Arkansas. How does that help you prepare for the upcoming season?
Well, there are so many facets to that matchup, right? So length, size, SEC caliber opponent provides us, an opportunity to go against, probably 1 through 5 players that are mostly bigger than us, longer than us. That being said, It's early for both programs, but they've had a full summer. They've had official practice start, at least a few weeks before us. They're going to be further along in certain areas than we are. I also think, though, that this league and our level of competition really needs us to prepare for it. I don't think we can just walk into our league or walk into our conference schedule or non-conference schedule and just say, we can take it from here. I think we need preparation. And so having an opportunity to play with them or in their gym for a second year in a row really gives the Arkansas kids a great opportunity that they can tell stories about later on in life. It also just gives us a great chance to stay in state for a quick trip up the road for a non-conference scheduled game that doesn't count against our record. It's going to provide us a lot of really good film to use moving forward and getting ready for the following 10 days, getting ready for our next game. So I'm excited at the opportunity. We're very thankful to Coach Neighbors and their program for bringing us up again. I don't think that's normal that Division IIs get to go play the same place back-to-back years. So we realize how fortunate we are and how unique of a situation that is. But it'll be a great test. It'll be a great opportunity for us to get better on that night, and also to learn about ourselves heading into real play.
Is there anything else anyone would like to add?
I'll go ahead. I'm just really excited about this season. Like we've said, a team full of new players. I'm just ready to see everything come together in our first game.
All right, well, thank you all for joining us for the Lone Star Conference Online Media Days, and good luck this season.
Thank you.
you.